We're back in the kitchen. I don't know who's let me doing it a second time, but we're doing it a second time. Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. I'm real Crafty. Today is the day before Easter, but I have quite a few videos lined up, already edited, which is unlike me. I'm doing so well so far. I am home alone at the minute, because I can only do this when I'm home alone. I get very embarrassed recording in front of people. So yeah, as of recording this, it is the day before Easter. It's Saturday. I don't know when this is going to come out, so I apologise. I am making Easter treats for the family. Now, he's watched me make my marshmallow crispy treats. I'm doing that again. However, I am also doing, not that one, Easter nests. And I know these are probably some of the easiest baking recipes in the world, but I don't care. I used to make Easter nests all the time as a child. So it's a little bit of nostalgia. I'm gonna start off by making the marshmallow treats because I am doing something different. I'm also going to be adding green food colouring to the marshmallows. I'm just hoping that the pink marshmallows don't mix with the green and make like a horrible brown colour. I hope. My sister said it was fine. I'm trusting her judgment. So if it goes wrong, it's her fault. Easter cases. So yeah, this is what we're doing in today's video. That's a lot of Rice Krispies. So I'm gonna do the Rice Krispie treats first, so that they can cool, the marshmallow can cool down and like they all stick together, and then do the chocolate nests. I have a different decorating idea for the crispy treats this time. So I'll let the crispy treats cool down in the fridge, then I'll make the chocolate nests, and then while they cool down in the fridge, I'll decorate the crispy treats. Does that make sense? Good, because that's what we're doing. Is this the pan I used last time? I feel like this isn't as big. Well, it's the big pan. I've also started rewatching my comfort show, which is Once Upon a Time. So I am going to be watching Once Upon a Time between clips. Last time, when I did try them, I did not like the caramel extract in it. So I'm just going to stick to vanilla this time. So then the sweet and the vanilla are all thing, because I don't know if it was just too many flavours. So we're not putting the caramel in, we're just going to do the vanilla if I can find it. I didn't need to buy cupcake cases, there's tons! Ooh, they're bigger as well. This might be a common regular thing, because I'm really enjoying baking. So long as no one's home. And just like last time, I broke the bag, but you know what? I'm not even measuring it. I'm not even gonna measure it. I'm just gonna do 2.5 bags like last time. And just thought, in fact, I'll do 2 bags for now. So I've added the vanilla extract into the melted butter. Now we're gonna add some of this while they all melt. So far, there's not a lot of green. That's quite, oh no! Oops. Well, delicious. So let's add more. I'm covered in marshmallow. I'm covered in melted marshmallow. Did I rip it? I didn't rip it this time. It is doing exactly what I predicted it would do, and it's going brown.
I'm also going to be adding green food colouring to the marshmallows. I'm just hoping that the pink marshmallows don't mix with the green and make like a horrible brown colour. I hope. My sister said it was fine. I'm trusting her judgment. So if it goes wrong, it's her fault.
Don't go brown, please. Go green. How much green do you think we add until it actually goes green? See, I told my sister I wanted white marshmallows because the pink ones wouldn't go green. And I was right. Oh, it's kind of green. I mean, it's a grocery green, but it's green. So we're gonna learn from our last mistakes and just do it bit by bit, because that is a huge box of Rice Krispies. I hope people still want to eat this, because that is a funny colour. I think we're sufficiently mixed. This is a lot stickier than last time. Like, so it's proving quite difficult to get it into the cases. I tried to get it off one spoon and then it just sticks. So now that the odd looking green Rice Krispie treats, I didn't get as many as last time, but then I haven't put as many Rice Krispies in as last time. So they're in the fridge cooling, so now we're gonna make the chocolate nests. First things first, need to melt all this chocolate. But I'm thinking, there's quite a lot of chocolate here, so I'll do half, mix it in this bowl, and then do the other half. I think that would be the best idea. So first things first, I've got strawberries. I forgot I had strawberries. First things first, I need to break up the chocolate to make it easier to melt. 1.5 bowls of melted chocolate. No, 1.5 bars of melted chocolate. Not even 1.5 bowls. I don't know whether to mix the rest of the Rice Krispies in with cornflakes to give it a bit more texture, because I've got loads left. Or I could just take it to work and eat them for breakfast. I might do a bit of both. I might mix some in and then take the rest to work. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna add some of these cornflakes, or not, into this bowl. They're gonna get crushed up by the chocolate anyway. And then some of these. And then mix them all together. Well, that barely did anything. Oh no, it's starting to melt. Back in for 30 seconds. Let's check again. Ooh, getting all melted. I should have just took the phone over to the microwave. Not quite finished yet. I think one more 30 seconds and we'll be good for pouring. There we go. Now it's time to add the chocolate. Now I'm worried that's not enough. Uh-oh. More chocolate. I hope this is enough because I have no more. Whoops. Oopsies. I'm making a mess. It would seem that crushing them up has helped. Maybe I can get some more. Right, I feel like that would pass off as a nest. So let's see how many of these ones we can fill. I've used the little polka dot ones this time. And hopefully this won't be as sticky as the marshmallow was. Although I did figure out that sprinkling a little bit of water on my hands stopped it from sticking as much. Get off the tray. I will come back when these are done. So I've done one pan, and while they're still warm, it's off, I'm going to put some eggs in. I'm thinking maybe 2 per cake, 2 per nest, or maybe depending on how many we have at the end. Oh, that one wanted to go in there. Depending on how many we have at the end, some of them can be tripled up. Do you know what? Screw it. I think we're going to have enough, so I'm just going to put loads in. I'm going to try and make them all different colours too. Get in your nest, bird. Look at that. Little nests, little chocolate nests for Easter. How sweet. There we go, we'll put them in the fridge and then we'll move over to the second tray. Batch number 2. I'm only doing 2 eggs on these ones because I haven't got a lot of eggs left. And to be fair, I've still got a tiny bit of chocolate and cereals in there, so I might be able to make a stray few as well. So now that I've cleaned up, now that these are cooled pretty sufficiently, still sticky, we're going to decorate them. So my idea was that they're supposed to be like grass, that's why they're green, and then I'm going to cook these to make bunny feet. So I have some white chocolate. I have mini white chocolate. I didn't realise that that wasn't a full bar. That's on me for not reading it properly. I was thinking about, they're not very big. I was thinking about making some green chocolate to sort of add to the edges, and then some pink chocolate to make the feet into bunny feet. Hold on a minute. So let's, right, I'm gonna, not right now, but they need melted. Get some scissors, open this bag. The idea was to get some marshmallows, cut them in half. I don't know why I said half like that. And then make some little paws on them, and then add some feet. I'm going to melt that, make some pink feet, pink chocolate and paint little feet. Oh, this is going to be sticky. I'll be right back after I've cut all these marshmallows. Told you I was watching Once Upon a Time Between Clips. Right, so I've melted the tiniest bit of chocolate. We're gonna add a drop of red food colouring to see if we can make it pink. Whoa. Oh, that was more than a drop. That was definitely more than a drop. But it might work. I don't know how to do this. I feel like I should have a better tool for this. And every time my family has baked in the past, like cakes and stuff, and you need to like poke the inside to make sure it's cooked, we use this old knitting needle. Don't know, it's very bent as well, so that should be easier. Oh no. It looks like a little bunny foot. However, I'm not going to sit on camera and do all of them like that because that took way too long. So I will come back once I've painted all the bunny feet, and then I'll see what other steps we need to take. I have one tray done. That has took me almost an entire episode of Once Upon a Time. I have another tray to do, but I'm going to go put the fire on because it is not so nice weather out there. So yeah, I'm going to go put the fire on remelt this chocolate because it's starting to stiffen a little bit, and then do the next one. And then I can use these bars to make some green chocolate for the rest of the top. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Just after that last clip is when everybody started coming home, so I finished off the rest of the video not talking to the camera. To finish off the Rice Krispie treats, I pulled the marshmallow feet off and then used the rest of the white chocolate, dyed it green, to make a green chocolate to add a thin layer just to make it look more like grass, and then added the marshmallow feet back on. By this point the pink like chocolate feet had dried, so every time I would like press or pull they cracked a tiny bit, but you couldn't tell by the end. One more thing I did, which I didn't record, was I had one tiny Milky Bar chocolate left, so I melted that in its packaging, pierced a tiny hole in the corner, and then used that to make bunny tails because I unfortunately forgot to save some mini white marshmallows to make the bunny tails. So it's next day, it's now Easter. I had to sort of stop recording yesterday because people came home and needed the kitchen. So I have all my cakes there, and I am now going to try and figure out a way to package them up in a way that seems Eastery. I have these little like hamper kits that's got acetone, and then these, if I can remember how, there it is, how to do it. Oh, they're not too bad sized actually. And then I've got this crepe paper, which I've just cut into little strips, and I'm now going to try and separate them just to make some like nesting bedding stuff, and then put the cakes in there too. So let's see how this goes. So at the minute I have got the cellophane, put a little bit of the shredded crepe paper on, and then we're going to try and see how this goes. I do have these little like bobble things, so I'm thinking I might use one of them to like secure the top and then tie the bow around it like that. There we go. So we're going to do this a few dozen more times, and then that's us ready for Easter. I will hand them out over the next 2 days when I make my trips backwards and forwards to town. There we go. Thank you all for watching this disaster again. I didn't even realise that that was playing. But yeah, thank you all for watching this. And hopefully you'll stick around to see whatever content I have coming up next. Okay.